Hello, let me just check if we are live and if everything is working fine. Auntie, auntie. Let's just check if we are live and if everything is working fine. Okay, it is 4 p.m. and we'll be getting into our live session for the day. This is day number 3 of the bootcamp, and today we'll be dealing with Scratch. Let me just check if my live is going through right now. Okay. I think I'm live and hopefully audible and visible to all of you. I'll just pull up my chat to see uh, who's in and who's not in right now. Okay, so if you want to talk to me, you can simply just type in the chat box. If you have any questions, you can type in the chat box as well, and I'll be able to see everything there. Okay, so all right, now that we are here, I don't know if there are any people viewing right now. Um, we'll get right into it. Fine. Okay, so in today's session, which is personal assistant with Scratch. So we're gonna be understanding a little bit about AI, artificial intelligence. We're gonna be understanding about two major concepts in AI that we use in our everyday life, but it hasn't always been like that. We had to get to a certain point. We had to get to a certain point to actually know those particular concepts. So currently, no one has logged on into the bootcamp for today. However, I'm still gonna go forward so that whoever comes to watch this, they can get the idea of what today was all about. Okay, so I think this is gonna take me roughly about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, seeing how many people will join or how many people will be with us. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with what we'll be looking at. So, for those of you who have done Scratch before, and for those of you who are familiar with it, you know that the first thing you have to do is open your browser for the online version, which is much more better than it's much better than the offline version because it comes with all the cool updates and security uh, protocols as well. So I'll just be shifting to my browser so that you can see exactly what we are going to be looking at today, right? So I think, yeah, I think I'll be shifting to my browser now. Okay, so now I'm in my browser and we are going to go to scratch dot mit.scratch.com if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, mit.scratch. Oh, it's this one, mit.edu.scratch. However, we are not gonna be using this particular platform. I just want you to see the similarities and the things that you face in terms of what we're gonna be doing. So this is just to make sure that you don't do it the wrong way and you follow along with me effortlessly. So we're gonna go first to this particular link, which is scratch.mit.edu, And let's just wait for it to load and open up. We should have a window for ourselves over here, and you get to see a lot of projects and ideas and the community and everything. So if you go to start creating, right? If you go to start creating, you're gonna find a few things here. I can see a couple of people are joining us. We have 5 people now, which is good. So what I'm talking about is they are two different versions of Scratch Online that will possibly be found easily. There are other versions, but this particular one is the official version where you find the little tutorials pop up and everything that helps you get started with Scratch. But you will notice that in here, the two things that we want to look at today, which have to do with AI, are not present in this version of Scratch. So, in Scratch, we have this little button over here, blocks plus the little plus sign on the top there. This button itself is to add extensions to your Scratch project. Now, today we're going to be dealing with two things. One is text to speech, and the other one is speech to text. Now, in the normal or ordinary Scratch that you know, which is scratch.mit.edu, you're going to find text to speech is present, which is collaboration with Amazon Web Service or AWS for short, but you won't find the reverse, meaning you won't find the speech to text, which is something that we have to look at in creating our AI assistant. So if we can't find speech to text, then how do we go about creating our project for today? Okay, so this is what we're going to look at. So when you go to scratch.mit.edu, you're not going to find that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to a different Scratch. It's still Scratch 3, but this one is from Machine Learning for Kids, which gives us, yeah, Machine Learning for Kids Scratch. So we are going to go to this particular website, and it's scratch.machinelearningforkids.co.uk. In this particular version of Scratch, you're going to find something very similar. So it's exactly going to look like this. However, it has more extensions compared to the ordinary Scratch, since it's used for AI and so many machine learning projects. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing that you have over here. If you can look at this carefully, you see that your Scratch version over here is pretty much the same as your Scratch version over here. You can't notice the difference just by looking at them, but if you do go to the extensions palette, you're gonna find that you have way more extensions. So if I'm gonna open both extensions, so you're gonna see that in this particular one, you have the music, pen, video sensing, text to speech. You have the same thing in the first line, but down here in the second line, you have translate, Wikipedia, Spotify, weather. You come down here, you have translate, Makey, you have Microbit, Lego Mindstorm, and then you have Lego Boost, Lego Education, and Go Direct Force and Acceleration. So these are the only extensions you have here. But when you go to scratch.machinelearningforkids.co.uk, you get to see all these other extensions. So you get to see the music, Spotify, and yeah, you get to see music, Spotify, you get to see weather, you get to see face detection. I'm getting a feedback that my stream isn't visible completely. Let me just check that just to make sure that everyone can see what I'm seeing. I'll just be checking that in a while. Okay, I do not know what happened, so I'll be checking that right now. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, let's see. Great. And okay, so let's see if everything is working fine. You should be able to see me and also see what I'm doing right now. Okay, great. So we are back on. Okay, so what I was saying is if I go to these different versions, as I was saying, if I go to this one, I have roughly 11, 11 extensions. If I go to the one from machine learning for kids.co.uk, you're gonna see that I have much more than just 11 extensions. I have quite a number of them. And today we're gonna be looking at two things. One is text to speech and the other one is speech to text. So we're not gonna use the ordinary Scratch. I'm just gonna close that, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select my text to speech, and you're going to see that it comes down here in my Scratch software, and then I'm going to also look for speech to text, and you find it here. So one thing to note is only Chrome and Safari browsers will work for this. So for those of you who are on Mac, you can use a Safari browser or Google Chrome. For those of you who are on Windows, you would need to use Google Chrome as your ideal browser for this to work. So I'm going to import that in here as well. As you can see, I have both of them down here. So these are the two things that we need for our project today. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and full screen that and see how it works out. I just want to see if everyone can see me right now, because I've just full screened my browser to make sure that you guys get a very clear view of what I am doing. So let's see how that will work out. Okay, so now that I am here, the first thing I'm going to do is we need to understand a few things. One is, what is an assistant? An assistant will simply be someone or something that helps you get a particular task done. That's who an assistant is, right? Something or someone that helps you get a particular task done. So in this particular session today, we are going to learn about how to make a personal assistant, meaning something that will help us remember dates, something that maybe will help us remember events. We're going to make something that will help us even just tell the time or tell the date. So we're going to do these particular things. So the first thing our assistant is going to be able to is remember our name. It will be able to remember the name of our it will be able to remember the name of our school or anything you want to give it to remember. It will be able to also tell us the time, and it will also be able to tell us our birthday. So we're going to try and implement all these in the time that we have today. Okay, now let's get started with how to go about this. I I can see that my camera is a bit distracting. So what I'm gonna do is I will simply minimize myself so that you are unable to see me, which will be much better for all of us actually. So I'll just get rid of that so that you're able to see what I'm doing today. I think that would be much better. Okay, so now that that is gone, let us continue with our Scratch project. Now that we're here, I'll maximize this again and I will now start. Okay, so the first thing that those of you who have done Scratch know about, or those of you who have not, is we always need to set an event of when this program should start running. So Scratch basically is just an interface to allow you to do block-based coding or to give instructions to a computer or something like that. Okay, so now basically this is our key block because it says when this little green flag is clicked, which is the one over here, I want this to happen, meaning whatever is down here. Now, what do we want to happen down here? First, we want it to start listening to us, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're gonna put in this. Now, when we go to speech to text or text to speech, I want you to understand something. If I drag this in here and I say listen and wait, it will pick up my microphone as well as I am talking to you guys. So I'll try not to run the program until I am done and I'll show you exactly how things pan out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll put this down here. I want you to listen and wait, right? And once you are listening and waiting, whatever you get from my I'll put the cut over here so that it shows the text over here when it talks. Whatever you hear from me, I want you to display it on the cut over here. This is how you test your blocks if they are working. So I'll go to looks, which is where we get the say block. And after that, I am gonna drag this down over here. Now, I wanted to say whatever it heard from me. How do I do that? I come back to speech to text and I drag in my speech bubble over here or block and put it in the place of hello. So instead of the cat saying hello, it will say what I said. So I'll try and run this and say a phrase like, how are you? As you can see, the cat said, how are you? Because it heard what I said. Just to make sure that it's working, I'll say something else so that you see that it's actually getting my voice. I'm going to say something. See, I'm going to say something. So it's working. That's great. That's fantastic. So you need to have a really good microphone with you. If you saw me earlier, I had my mic enabled headsets, which was really cool and it was allowing me to do all that stuff. Now, what we're going to do is I am going to test my text to speech. I sure hope you can hear it on your end. So now what I'm going to say is I want it to say back to me that you said then the speech that I said. Now to do that, I will need two blocks. One is the speak block from text to speech extension, and the other one is the join block from the operators. So I just want to join two sentences together. One is the one I said, and the other one is you said. So I will type here you said, and I'm gonna drag this over here, and I'm gonna go back to speech to text, and I'm gonna drag in the speech, what I said, and I will put it in the place of banana. So now if I drag this and put it down here, if I play this, and let's see what will happen. How are you?
You said, "How are you?"
Okay, so it actually spoke back to me, but I need to confirm on this particular one to see if it actually did that. So I will confirm because I can hear this particular thing, but I can hear this particular thing from my headsets, but I don't know if it's visible or it's audible to you guys. Okay, so it is audible to you guys. I just confirmed that via the live broadcast. Okay, that's great. So it's audible to you guys, even though it's in my headsets, which is pretty cool. So whatever I said, the speak block just said it back. So now we've tested both our speak block and our listen and wait block. So what we're going to do next is we're going to clear all this out, and we're going to start making our assistant that will help us do a lot of things. So the first thing is we want it to be activated by a certain word. So let's say, um, let me try to see what it will hear if, let me see what it will try to hear if I speak right now. So let me just put this here and say Johnny. Okay, so it can hear Johnny. We need to name our assistant something. Now, what to name it? What to name it? I'm gonna name mine Mike or Michael. I'll just name it Mike. Let me see if it can get my word clearly. Mike. Mike. Okay, so it can get my word. So I'm gonna put in a phrase called Hey Mike. So when it hears this, then I want it to be doing whatever it is that will be down this particular block, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring this down here, and once it hears Hey Mike, it's gonna do whatever is down here. So I'm gonna now go to my control, and I'm gonna drag in the forever block because I want this to continue running so long as this was activated. So now I'm just gonna test this out if it's working. So I'm actually gonna put the forever block like this. So I'll now get my say block just to test things out, and I'm gonna put it down there, and I'm going to put my speech of whatever I said in there, and let's see whether it's going to work. Okay, so hey Mike. Okay, so the event is not triggering. I'm gonna stop everything, and okay, I'll put this on the events since, okay, I'm gonna put this on the events. Then when it hears hey Mike, this I'll delete. Let's make the logic ourselves. When it hears hey Mike, I want it to be able to uh, write the speech down here. So now I'm gonna go to my logics, which will be my control again, which is if you hear something. So I'm gonna drag this down there. So if you hear hey Mike, so I'm gonna go to my operators and I'm gonna drag in the equal to operator. So if the speech, which is what I'm gonna drag in right now, if the speech is equal to hey Mike, I want it to type this, which is say. So let's run this. Hey Mike. Hey Mike. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so it's continuously getting my voice, which is good. That's what we wanted. Okay, so it's also getting whatever I said. That's great. Okay, awesome. So now that we know we are getting our speech, that's fine, and we know that we have found a way to activate our assistant on a certain command. So now we're gonna say if hey Mike is said, then we should bring in the wait and listen again, right? And in here we are going to put in another control statement of the if, right, inside this part. So now if it listens here, it will do something like this. So let's say we wanted to tell the date, right? We wanted to tell the date. So how are we going to do this? We are going to put all the information of the date in here, but we wanted to speak it out instead of just the cat showing us the text. Since we are dealing with making a personal assistant, so the first thing we'll tackle is telling the date. Now, you are going to go to operators, and then you're gonna say the equal to block again, and you're gonna say if the speech is equal to what's the date, or tell me the date. Let's put it tell me the date. Tell me the date. So if we put it like this, we should go now to sensing. Sorry, we're gonna go to first text to speech. So we'll be converting that into speech. So I wanted to speak the date. Now, how do I know the date? I'll get the date from my computer itself. To do that, I need to go to the sensing block. Now, in the sensing block, I am going to carry out the one which picks out the date or the time and everything. So in here, you're going to find this block, which is current. Now we can't use it alone because I want to know the full date. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a block from the operators, which is the join block, because I want to join multiple things together. It's a multiple string that I'm joining together. So I'll go back to my sensing block, and then I am going to drag in this block, which I'm gonna duplicate a couple of times because I need multiple of this. So I can say today is, so I can say today is, and then it would tell me now so I can put the date here. So let me say day of the week first. And again, I want to make multiple joins, so I can easily put joins inside joins, which is a really cool thing that Scratch offers us. So I can say today is let me put the day of the week in the end, and then I'll put the date in the beginning. So I'll say today is, let's say date, yeah. So I'll say today is the date, which is 27th. Today is Monday 27th. Oh, I'll put them opposite because it will sound weird if it goes like today is 27 Monday. So that sounds weird. So I'm gonna put this over here and I'm gonna drag it in my speak block. Now I know it looks a bit too complicated, but trust me, it's just me using a bunch of join blocks and the sensing blocks. Nothing too complicated. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off this particular thing because it's a bit distracting up there, and I'm gonna now try to play this and see if it works. So right now it's working, but nothing will work. Okay, hey Mike, tell me the date.
Today is 427.
Today is 427. What just happened? Let's go back to our sensing block to see what data we are getting. So you can actually toggle this, and that's the year, and this is week. Okay, let's see if I put week. Let's see what it will show me. Okay, year, day of the week is 4. Oh yeah, so that's why I said 427. That's why I said 427 because these are joined. So I want it to actually say the day of the week. I think I chose the wrong one. Maybe so 27. So this is just with numbers, which is a little boring, but okay. So it's saying today is the fourth day of the week and it's 27th. But mm, I don't like the way it sounds. I'll just put this over here so that I replace everything there. Today, so it just tells me today is 27th, which I'm okay with actually. So let's just try that again. And also, when I said, hey Mike, I didn't get any response, which is a bit creepy because I don't know whether it has gotten the right thing. I wanted to say something like, great to meet you. My name is Mike. How may I help you? Something like that. So let's go to our text to speech, grab the speak block, and we're gonna put it over here. Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you? I think this is okay. So let's try it out and see our results. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
tell me the date.
Today is 27.
Okay, so it is working. However, it's a bit weird because I gave it a name of a guy and it's using a name of a girl, which is a bit weird. So we are going to change, we're going to change the speech to a guy's speech, which is much, anyway, it goes with the name that I gave it. For those of you who want to give it a girl name, you can give it a girl name. For those of you who want to give it a guy name, you can give it a guy name. I'm giving it a guy name because, well, that's my preference. So if I go ahead and play this, okay, is it working? Hey Mike. Okay, so I think I put this block in the wrong place. I'm gonna put it down here, which is gonna be much better. So let me play this. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
can you tell me the date? tell me the date. Okay, so we have a little problem here. So now here it only gets the word tell me the date, which doesn't really bode well for us. So we wanted to be able to just check if anything is in, if anything to do with the date is in the speech, to make it sound more assistant like. So we are gonna go to operators and see what we can use. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have not, we have letter, length of, and then contains. So I'm going to use contains, right? So if my speech, which is over here, contains, if my speech contains tell me the date, then it's going to say the date anyway, which is much better for our case use right now, or our use case. Use case, not case use. That was my mistake. Okay. So now if the speech contains tell me the date, you see what will happen. So I'll go like, let's start. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
can you tell me the date?
Today is 27th.
So you see, now it's working fine. However, every time you want to give it a command, you need to say, hey Mike. Okay, so now it's working and it's much more realistic than just having a phrase that is completely rigid. So we've made our first command, the rest easy peasy. So now let's make one more functionality, which is saving your birthday. After that, everything else you can easily do on your own. So now let's put in when you want to save a date or something like that. Like you want to save your birthday. So when it asks you how can I help you, you just drag in another if block and we drag in contains, which is in operators. So if my speech contains can you save my birthday or save my birthday, we should say something like that, like when is your birthday? So can you save my birthday? Okay, let's just say save my birthday. This is fine. So if in the speech we here can save my birthday or something is contained that is save my birthday, then it's gonna do that. So can you save my birthday? So it will ask you, sure, when is your birthday? So it will say, sure, when. So say sure with an exclamation mark. When is your birthday? Right? When is your birthday? And I'm gonna duplicate this so that it's easier for you to type things. I'm gonna stop that and it's gonna say please. Okay, so now it will ask us when is our birthday and we have to speak and tell it. So we need to now listen and wait, right? And we are going to create a variable. Actually, we're going to create 3 variables which save the day, the month, and the year. So I'm going to make my first variable which is day. Okay, and I'm gonna make my second variable, which is month, and I'm gonna make my third variable, which is year. Right? So now I have three variables: year, month, and day. So I will come here. It will now, when is your birthday? Tell me, so when is your birthday? Tell me the day. When is your birthday? Tell me the day, right? That's the first thing we are getting. So now we're gonna say whatever we hear, right? Whatever we hear, we want to save in that variable. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna go to operators. Sorry, we're gonna go to variables because we want to give that value to that variable, right? So we are gonna say set here. We're gonna say set day to whatever you have said. So which is in our speech. So we'll drag this here, and then I'm going to duplicate this, put it down here, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna say tell me the month. Tell me the month, and it will listen and wait. Oh, sorry. Okay, tell me the month, and you're gonna change the month to that, and then I'm gonna duplicate this again, which is from here, duplicate, and we're gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna stop that, and I'm gonna say tell me the year. Tell me the year, and I'm gonna change that to year. Okay, so after this now I have sure when is your birthday. It will listen and wait. Tell me the day, you tell it the day. Tell me the month, you tell it the month. Tell me the year, you tell it the year. And after that, it will say birthday successfully saved. So now it will say birthday saved. Then you can say you were born on. Now this is where things get exciting. So we're gonna use the join block again because I don't want to make too many blocks in here. So I will say where's the join block? It's over here. So I'll say you were born on, and I'll get the join block, put it over here. So yeah, so I'll say variables, you were born on, that's the day. Okay, then month. I'll need to use a lot of join blocks here. You're born on, in, month, number, then I'm gonna get the month, or let's just keep it as a string. So I'm just gonna say in, then need to say the month. You're born on, okay, then in the month, then year. Oh, I need another join block. Like I said, we're going to use a lot of join blocks in here to get the desired result. So in, then the month, then I'm gonna need another join block. Yeah, you were born on the day, in the month, year. Then I'm gonna put my variable year. This looks a bit too complicated, but trust me, it's not that complicated. It's just you knowing how to use the join block. So I'm gonna put that over there. Whoa, that's quite a big block that I've created over there. I hope you can see that. Okay, so I think that's what I have. So let's test it out and let's see what it's getting. So I'll start. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
can you save my birthday?
Sure. When is your birthday? Tell me the day.
3rd
Tell me the month.
February
Tell me the year.
2023.
Birthday saved you were born on. Can you save my birthday in February, year February?
Okay, so now I need to check. It did save things, but I need to check what it's actually hearing from me. So this is why I said you need to have. Okay, so speak birthday saved, you were born on. Oh, okay, so it's starting to save from where exactly? Can you save my birthday? Okay, so I'm gonna put a comma here so that there is at least some stoppage when it's saying my birthday. You were born on. Yeah, I'll do that, and I'm gonna do that sensing. I'm gonna disable the. I already disabled it. Why is it still showing? Okay, I don't know, but my speech is still showing, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that again and let's see how it pans out. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
can you save my birthday?
Sure. When is your birthday? Tell me the day.
3rd
Tell me the month.
February
Tell me the year.
2023.
Birthday saved you were born on. Can you save my birthday? February, year February.
Okay, so now I see where the problem is. It's not getting my other requests. So when I say, when I was like, can you tell me the day? It's not listening and waiting. It's just going directly. Sure, can you tell me the day? Then I put, okay, let's try to put in some delays. This is very important. So I say, wait a second. So I think I'll put the wait a second down here. But it listens and waits, so it should work fine. But let's just try it. And I'm gonna get another wait block and I'm gonna put it down here. And okay, so then okay. Then I'm gonna put this down here. I feel it's running too fast. So let's try it. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
can you save my birthday?
Sure. When is your birthday? Tell me the day.
3rd
Tell me the month.
February
Tell me the year.
2023.
Birthday saved you were born on. Can you save my birthday? February, year February.
Okay, so it's still not saving, it's still not listening here. So what I'm going to do now is we have too many speech here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it as one variable. So what I'm going to do is I will remove from here. and I will get rid of all that, and then I'll just put this down here because that's when I wanted to say your birthday saved and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna do all this away and make things much easier for all of us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all these out, and I'm gonna put this back here. Now what I'm gonna do is, the first thing is, I will just put this variable as birthday. So if it says, sure, when is your birthday? Then I'll just tell it. My birthday is on 3rd February 2023. And let's hear it say something. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so now start. But first I have to set my variable, which is birthday. Birthday. Because I'm using my mic for so many things, this is bound to happen because I'm using it to talk to you guys, but you shouldn't face the same problem I'm facing. So if I'm using it to talk to you guys, it becomes a bit of a problem when I am trying to use the same mic for my software. So the first thing I'm going to do is, not setting it to that, I'll set it to my speech. So now let's try this out. Hey Mike,
Hello, my name is Mike. How may I help you?
can you save my birthday?
Sure. When is your birthday? Tell me the day.
3rd of February 2023.
Birthday saved. You were born on. Set of February 2023.
Okay, that's great. So it's working now. So it's working now completely. So this is how you can save your birthday. And the other functionalities, I'm pretty sure you can figure out more unique ways of using this personal assistance using AI. So AI in this particular bootcamp session is on speech to text and text to speech, meaning we are converting our speech into simple text A, B, C, D to Z. And we are also converting those simple A, B, C, D to Z from that text all the way to speech, where we get sound like you are hearing from my end. So in today's session, that's what we've taken out: how to use text to speech, how to use speech to text, the platform that allows you to work on AI projects with Scratch, and how you can use it completely for free. If you want to learn more about this, you can visit our platform wizflix.wizrobo.com, and you can find many courses, some free, some paid, that will teach you more and more about AI with Scratch, and you can make more advanced projects. So from this bootcamp and today, which is the 3rd day, my name is Lottie from Wizrobo. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, depending on where you're watching us from. Thank you very much for joining today's session, and I will be signing out and hoping to see you guys in the next session, where we are going to learn other different skills. So it's been amazing. Thank you to all of you who joined, or all of you who will be watching this after the recording. Hope you guys have fun practicing AI with Scratch. All right, guys.